Oh, and welcome back to our channel where we give you Yomzansi favorite as soapy review. And in this video, we are reviewing Isitha, the enemy. Now, guys, yay, sana, like Utuma at some point, for me, he was very convincing, especially when he decides to be a pastor. He's like, you know what, I've seen, would seem impilo yobugebengu ayibuyiseli is not fruitful, this and that. Now I have decided ngizoba umfundisi. I was rooting for Chuma. You all don't even understand. I was rooting for Chuma up and down. So happy. Surprisingly, Kesana Uchuma now wants Rebecca dead. And the outburst confuses Unotile. I'm just as confused because I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if maybe Unotile might have done something to maybe upset Uchuma the way he is right now. Because one, Uchuma is cheating Kesana on Unotile, and Unotile actually have to find out ukuthi hayibo sana uChuma unomunye umuntu, and uChuma is like, listen, if you need or if you want to fix things in our relationship, you have to get rid of Rebecca. Oh, sana, I feel like this is just so unfair. I feel like it's so unfair on Unotile. As much as Unotile and Rebecca don't get along and all that, but that's still her mom. You cannot just get rid of your mom. It's not enough that we have cut her off. Now you have to get rid of it. Sana, I am so confused. I am so confused, especially just the outburst of Uchuma. I don't know where it comes from. I just want to know where does this whole outburst, Sana Uchuma could have fooled me with his eggs of now he wants to be a pastor, now this, now that, and he does justify his actions using a Bible. Notile tried to reason with him, saying it's wrong to kill this and that, and now that they have handed over their life to God, it's even more wronger to kill. But Uchuma is just here ready to justify his actions, saying no, it's not the same thing, it will never be the same thing, because Chuma has actually confessed his sins to God and God has forgiven him. But Rebecca has not confesses, she's still living her best life as if nothing happened, So shame Kosiami Unotile Wabantu is under pressure, and I feel like Unotile is like, okay, no, it's fine, I'm gonna do this for you, Chuma. And not only does she really wants to do it, it's because she feels threatened. She feels like maybe it's her obligation to work on her marriage, and maybe this one thing could save her marriage, so therefore she has to do it, and that's just how she strikes me. She strikes me as someone who really wants to work on her marriage and feels like this is the only way that her marriage could survive anything, whatever storm that her marriage is thrown in its way. And she feels like, okay, if this is the only way, so therefore I'm gonna go ahead and do it, But does Notile got what it takes to actually eliminate someone? That's also another big ask, That's a big ask. Does she got what it takes to eliminate someone? And at some point, she strikes me as someone who's afraid of Uchuma, terrified, terrified that if she says something that might upset Uchuma, what will then happen? Sana, and Pela, the launch is coming up. Now, the crazy thing here is that we have Uzanele. Sana, people they lie, okay? Uzanele have lied about the baby. We know this, okay? We know Uzi, yay, Sana, the baby's future. The baby's future is at risk, Nothing is certain for sure about the baby. So since she have lied about the baby, now she also feels like, oh flip, she feels like, oh flip, she has to Now she misses Umbuso so much. She misses Umbuso. She wants to go back to Eswatini. And, you know, she's starting to feel like she's a prisoner in Rebecca's house. And Rebecca has made it clear that, Zanele, we are playing a face here. The baby is yours just for the face, but the baby is really not yours, okay? The baby is mine. It's my grandchild. So don't get it twisted. You ain't going nowhere, because I am busy building an empire for all my children, including my grandchildren. And this then compels Uzanele to say, you know what, now that she's starting to feel like a prisoner in some sort of a way, she then feels like she needs to get rid of Rebecca. Rebecca needs to be getting rid of, okay, and needs to form alliances with Unoti. Unotile, who is just Usheki does not even know if she got what it takes to pull it off. Meanwhile, Rebecca Sana does not care about the fact that she have enemies, you know, she have family enemies. Like, she could not be bothered. She could not be bothered in any way, you know, because she's launching a whole bisichet. Oh, Sana, halala to you, ribs. Rebecca has decided to open a funeral parlor, and she feels like, you know, a Latini community will appreciate this funeral parlor, but not everybody is supporting Rebecca. I feel like Rebecca have more enemies than friends, honestly. And at this point, she just have more people that dislike her than people who actually likes her. So it's tricky. It's very, 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 very tricky for ribs. Very tricky at this moment, the way I am just looking at it. So the launch at the funeral, the launch of the funeral parlor will be the end of ribs. Will be the end of here. I mean, Unotile have planned, and Uzandele is there to make sure that Unotile actually do not get cold feet. They go ahead with the plan as planned. So we don't know, guys. I am so suspicious, actually. I am, you know. I just want to know, how will Uzandile and Unotile, do they have what it takes as well? You know, that's another big ask. Do they have what it takes to actually eliminate someone? I mean, both Notile and Uzandile do not look like they are much experienced in this field. For the near facts that they need each other, you know, to carry it out, they look immature and inexperienced in a way, because why do they feel like they need one another? You know, why do they feel like they need one another to just carry out this mission? Is it too big for them? Perhaps the mission could be too big for them. Anyway, I don't trust Langa's mom. I understand that she has made alliances with Ribs. Has actually right now she's even Ribs' advisor on which business to start, which business not to start. But do I trust her that she have the best interest of Ribs? No, especially because her son and Rebecca's son do not get along. Don't get along at all. So this just makes me be like, I don't trust the son. I do not trust the son. I don't even trust that he and the mom actually have the best interest of Ribs. Funny enough, Ribs can't see this. Ribs cannot see this. Ribs has went ahead and made the woman her advisor on how she should handle this whole business thing. But when I look at her, I'm like, I'm sorry, ma'am, I do not trust you. At this point, I'm so mad at Ukuma, guys. Like, I'm so mad of Ukuma. Like, the way he's angry, the way he wants Unotile to do things that are just his dirty work, rather, you know. And it feels like Ukuma, if he desperately wants a Rebecca to be eliminated, why don't you do it yourself? why don't you do it yourself? But also maybe Kuma felt like he could never get so close to Rebecca in such a manner that Notile and Uzandile would, maybe, and Uzandile is ready to carry out the plan. Also, as much as I can say, oh yes, Zandile is ready to carry out the plan because she misses Umbuso, she wants to be reunited, Nombuso, Eswatini, and the child and all that. And as a mother, she cannot just go and leave the child behind. And also, Zandile is starting to feel like she's a prisoner of Rebecca, in a way, as now her movement are limited and are being monitored by Rebecca, where and how she goes out. She feels like she's a prisoner in a sort of way. Fine, but she herself doesn't have guards to carry this mission also on her own. Doesn't, and relies so much on Unotile. I feel like Unotile will be the one who will be doing the heavy job here. Notile will be the one who will be doing the heavy lifting, and others will just be like, hey, we're doing what we gotta do. What more do you want us to do? Honestly, it feels like the heavy lifting will be done by Unotile at this point, as much as Uzandile is certain that, no, listen, we want the same thing. We want to get rid of Rebecca, but baby girl, you are willing to just sit there and be a princess. Who is going to do the heavy lifting for you? Who? Anyway, guys, in Ibandla, I don't know. What do you guys think about Rebecca? I mean, ribs have been here for like the longest. I really don't see Notile and Usandile carrying out ribs. Like, I do not see it happening. I don't. Maybe they could put her in the hospital, maybe, like a huge maybe. But them actually carrying the it out, no, I don't see it happening at all. Meanwhile, Unandi is not happy about her mom going to support Rebecca on the launch of the funeral parlor. She's like, Ma, have you forgotten that Rebecca is actually our enemy? Well, one thing that we know about Nandi's mom, love hiding behind the Bible. It's like she is holy, and you know what I mean. So of course, just like, listen, I'm doing a lot's work here, just like any other mom out there. This is what I'm doing, and I'm doing it just because the Lord calls me out to support his people. Yo, Sana, I am so conflicted about Nandi's mom going to the launch of the funeral parlor. And Sana, another thing, I said, what will have happened there? That's another big conflict. What will happen? What will take place in that funeral parlor? Kune conflict nyana, Sana, kune conflict nyana, trust and believe, okay? Now our next storyline, hey, abafana bafethu. Abafana dala besigila. Basazosigila generations and generations to come. Nje sisazohlezi nje sigilekile, because tell me why is Uvelaphi. Tell me why Uvelaphi may Velaphi have two girlfriends, or is conflicted between the two girlfriends. I am so mad at Uvelaphi right now. I am so mad because Uvelaphi introduces to this older woman that he was dating, and I was like kind of keen of their love, So it's kind of cute to watch on the screen. Young love, cuteness, and all that thing happening. And also the fact that Velaphi's family were very not keen to the idea of Uvelaphi dating someone older, but Uvelaphi stood his grounds. Okay, he stood his ground. He was like, no, parents, you're gonna respect me. If there is one thing that you will do, is to give me some respect, okay, some sort of respect, whatever it is to you, but you will give me a sort of respect. And I was like happy. Honestly, I was like, okay, Yes, when I fell, okay. I'm so keen to this idea of you dating this elderly woman. I get guys in, guess. You can all guess what happened, what transpired after that. Oh, Filipe is busy catching feelings with his peers now, okay? Filipe has been spending so much time with this one girl who is beautiful, have a beautiful bright hair, but she should stay away from Filipe because Filipe is someone's man's. Ay, sana. So what happened was, she has just been liking on Filipe, and I don't know if Filipe was liking on her back, but it kind of looks like Filipe was also liking on girl back, okay? So making like some sort of moves towards Filipe, and when Filipe's girl found out, the baby girl lost it, okay? Now I think this fight was unfair based on the fact that she does look elderly, okay? She looks so much older than the bride's hair girl, and it's so unfair. You cannot fight younger. You cannot. Rather fight your peers if you really want to fight, but if you're fighting younger, now it kind of looks a bit unfair, if not, So there they are, she finds out that Filipe is cheating on her. She went and confronted the girl. The girl said some mean words, okay? Mean, like, you older, your babe, what are you even doing with Filipe? You are so much older. You are good enough to be Filipe's grandmom, And I guess she got triggered. And she released a huge slap, and before you know it, it was a pool of a fight, and Filipe had to just come and separate his girlfriends and all that. So after, the older girlfriend felt so much embarrassed and was like, hey, Filipe, embarrassed, never ever in my life, and I think at this moment it's best if I move away and go back home. Eswatini. Of course, Filipe tries to say, no, I'm sorry, I got tempted, it happens, it's not a big deal, it's not you, it's me kind of speech, But baby girl packed everything that belongs to her, and she was just like, listen, Filipe, I mean, you're young, and I have to understand, and that reality is hitting me now. And I gotta let you live your own life, I gotta let you live your own life. So baby girl bounced and left Filipe. Moving on to the bride's hair girl and be like, babe, I'm sorry, but now when someone acts like a fool, do not meet them in their level. Sometimes you gotta be a bigger person. Yeah, we guys bigger person, sometimes we are shown in jail. Bigger person vele nje eshone kusale wena. You have to be you, okay? But yeah, bright hair girl was happy, relieved actually, to hear ukuthi phela Filipe beno girlfriend wakhe bahlukene, and not only bahlukene, girlfriend uvele wabona ukuthi nje i-best thing at this point ukuthi vele move ahambe, and go and start life somewhere else. Bright hair girl uthi nje ndi-happy, andifuni ukungasho, andifuni ukungatsho, okay? I gotta say that Filipe and this girl kind of like hit together. Nkosi yami, Cocomelon. I mean, it's his age mate. So now I can say that they're dating, it's like official. But baby girl was like, no child, I ain't giving it up that easily. It's not happening, not at all. If you want it, you gotta work for it. I'm like, period, okay? Do not give it up, babe, do not give it up. And baby girl's like, I'm thinking that we should have a 90-day rule. I wonder how will Filipe take the 90-day rule, okay? And everybody else have just warned her, would say, yeah, Filipe is not a good person, Gesana. Filipe, not a good person. Anyway, guys, this definitely does bring us to the end of the review. If you do love and enjoy our reviews, you will give this video a huge thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one, when of course I am bringing you more reviews. And until then, please do stay blessed, and I love you.